Xin Chao, what's going on? What's up, everybody? How we doing out here? And what's going on with the tourists here? Where is everybody? Well, I can tell you, they're not coming to Saigon. They're not coming to Hanoi. They're not coming to Vung Tau. They're not coming, well, they're going to Vung Tau. They're actually going to Da Nang. They're going to Nha Trang. They're not going to Hanoi. They're not going to Saigon. A lot of the people that are coming into Vietnam right now are actually going to the beach cities, which makes sense. I do believe we are going to be going to a beach. We might already be in a beach when we start shooting this video. We made the money for that. Trying to work out all the behind the scenes on that. Hotels are a little bit pricey for where I want to go right now, so we'll kind of see when we get there. But yeah, all the bookings are going on at Da Nang, you know, Hai Long, Hai Phong. I'm sure Vung Tau's up. Vung Tau's going to do well every weekend. It always does. Vung Tau is a city of Saigon weekenders that will come sometimes just for one day and hang out the whole day. But now what's been happening is families tend to stay a bit longer. They're going for the weekend now, so they are staying at a hotel of some sort. So, but yeah, people want to go to the beach. You know, we're in the summer here. I think kids are back in school already. I have no grasp on time. Like, I was watching something on some social media that said like summer was almost over, and I'm like, girl, you must be like 20, because like past age 30, you don't even do that anymore. Like, unless maybe you had kids, but a normal like 30-year-old person isn't gonna be like, oh, summer's almost over. Shit, summer can be forever as long as you travel around the world and keep chasing it. But yeah, so I think kids are starting to go back to school now. July, I don't know, or summer school. I don't know when kids go back to school. I know nothing about that, but I imagine they have to have 2 months off, so like June and July. So not yet. So maybe next month too, and then maybe they go back the month after. So yeah. Now again, this has been the big question. Like, a bunch of people have been asking me, and we've gone over this so many times. But we'll cover it one more time, because it's been a question that I've been getting asked a lot in the live streams all over from new people. How long should I be going to each place when I come? You know, if it's your first trip to Saigon, you should be going all over Vietnam, or your first trip to Vietnam, go all over Vietnam. And you need to travel correctly. Like, if possible, you kind of almost want to start north and go down south, or start south and go up north. You don't want to like jump around extremely. You know, I would start in Saigon. I've talked about this so many times, but I'd start in Saigon if you're over 60 years old. While I'm in Saigon, I'd go a couple days in Vung Tau. If you're younger, I don't think you really need to go to Vung Tau. I would also go to Nha Trang. I would check out Nha Trang. If I'm serious about like coming to live in Vietnam on my trip, I'm checking out Nha Trang. I'm checking out Vung Tau. I'm checking out Da Nang. I'm checking out Hue. I'm checking out Da Nang. I'm checking out Hanoi. These are the places I'm looking. I guess Hue. There's a guy here that lives in Hue, but I hear from other people too. It's a pretty underrated, good place to live. It's not an incredible amount of things going on compared to like a Hanoi or a Saigon for nightlife, but there are things to do there. It is one of the bigger cities, so I think it's worth a look at. We're definitely going to try to get there this year. It's on the list of places to go in Vietnam this year. Really, Hai Phong, Hai Long, that, Muni, and a couple other places I haven't been are really noted on the list right now as the places to go this year. And then as far as like trips to go this year, as you kind of know, we're going to go to America and then Japan. So Japan and America are definitely on the list in the next upcoming months. We're going to try to do one more country. I do believe we're talking about a lot of things in this video, even though it's really about one topic, but I do believe that the live streaming aspect of mykick.com, once I have the Bella Box, will be pretty successful. So if we do have success, like I'm hoping, on that platform, we will be able to travel more. And then I kind of want to try, if we are going to have a kid, clearly, you know, things are happening to where that might happen. I want to get a shit ton of traveling in before then, you know, and make money, get things established, get that, you know, this is going to be version 1 of the home studio, but you know, as we get to version 2 and 3, be able to have, you know, a setup to where I can still work full time no matter what's going on. Potentially if we have a child where I have to watch it, because I don't see that I'll be able to travel that much if we do have a child, because I'm not just dunking I'm very unlikely that I'll just dump the kid with Winnie's mom and go do whatever I want, which is like what they pitched to me for years, which I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I don't see the point. And I already know by how much I already do everything with the dogs, it'll probably kind of go the most likely same route. And I am like the house husband. I do all the cleaning, laundry, dishes, I do everything. So I mean, on top of working my full schedule for YouTube, live streaming full time, I also do all that full time. So I imagine the likely scenario there would be that that's going to get added in kind of as well to my thing. So we would have to have everything set up at home for that. But back to the video at hand. Everybody right now is going to these beach cities. Things you have to acknowledge now if you are going to be traveling to one of these beach cities is you need to check the weather, and you need to check the Doppler, and you need to look at the Doppler over like a couple week period at that area if you can. Sometimes you can adjust it on the Doppler at least to see like a week of what the patterns were. See what moves in at what time and how long it hangs out. Try to figure it out from there. Usually those things are not the best, but I would try to gauge somehow. As far as going to Da Nang during its rainy season and like in Nha Trang, I have been to both during rainy seasons and loved it at both places. Are they better when it's not raining? Of course. Are they very doable when they're raining? Yes. Do you feel like you're getting ripped off because you can't go to the ocean? No, because it almost never rains all day long in Vietnam during the rainy season. It's one thing in Forrest Gump that they got wrong, to my knowledge, is it never rains all day. It's always a mild off and on, at least in my experience here in 4 years. Maybe it rains for 6 months straight without ever stopping up north like it did in Forrest Gump. I don't know. I think potentially that's where they were, is up north. But didn't the war all take down? Most of the war was in the south, right? I don't know geographically, I can't remember, but somebody let me know in the comments. I'm sure you'll know. But yeah, just check everything. You'll still have a good time. I think Nha Trang's Phuoc Island is one of the best places to get rained in at. It's a resort experience place. Like that, Phuoc isn't sold well enough that it is a resort experience. So it's not. It's a resort experience. So if you understand what I mean by that, let me know in the comments. But meaning that it's inclusive. It's an inclusive resort experience pretty much there. And you're going to want to be taking use of the inclusivity at your resort and making sure you book a resort geographically in a desirable area of Phuoc Island as well. Now that I know so much, I got to go back and we're going to start really making professional videos on kind of how to do these areas when you're traveling. Like up the game. Like continue to have the quality that we have now, but then have shorter edited videos to those exact points on things like that. That can reach a huge amount of target audience instead of, you know, my more narrow band of audience that it is now. Love my audience, but we're trying to grow the channel a little bit, so that'll happen in the future at some point. So yeah, definitely go to a beach city even during the rain. Figure out which one you want to be at. Figure out which one's going to work for you financially. Nha Trang tends to be, for me, the most financially stable of the choices with the best view of the ocean. Like you can typically get a hotel legitly on the ocean in Nha Trang for $30 to $40 a night, which is, in my opinion, great. Now, if you're some person that travels real cheap, I think they've got like $10 hostels there. I don't know. I'm 40 years old, so I haven't stayed in a hostel in 20 years. So as far as the super cheap stuff, I can't tell you much on that. Probably not the channel for like super cheap hostel hotels. There's plenty of those out there. So all right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Come check us out on Patreon. All kinds of additional stuff on there. We're going to live stream on kick.com/fatandbroke. Stay frosty. Thank you for watching. Peace out.